Number one, I'll probably have like a slight speech problem throughout this. I say slight, a really big speech problem. I've had a little bit of a speech problem, and you'll probably hear that throughout the video. I do apologize ahead of time. Number two, I must thank this person because I love their idea. And what I'll probably be doing further, and hang on, bleh, 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 bleh. So their idea that I'll be doing, it will be like you as a listener will be meeting each of my characters. It'll be something simple but time-consuming, and y'all be talking to pass the time, depending on the characters, depending on the situation you meet in. I do apologize. I cannot do Nare. She's don't get me wrong, she is an awesome character. The only issue is, because of her situation, I prefer to do her in one of the other videos. Plus, I'm still trying to work on her voice. However, I do plan to do, the first character I'll be doing is Kerian, and the Percy Jackson character. And the situation is you're both on a walk to Camp Half-Blood. Wish me luck, because this is one of my first voice acting things. So, wish me luck. Alright, so on 3, 2, 1. Oi, hi there. Sorry, so you're going to Camp Half-Blood too, right? Right? Yes. Okay. So, hi. So, number one, what's your name? Uh-huh. Ooh, that's nice. You know, walking's a little boring with silence. How about we talk to pass time? Sorry, I'm not that good at being super social. I'm trying to be, but I'm not the most experienced person. Alright, let me think. What's your favorite color? Uh-huh. That's pretty. Mine's gotta be sap brown. I know it might be I know people might not like it a whole lot, but I find it comforting. Oh, who's my, parent? The celestial parent? Apollo. Yeah, that's his name. I have to learn more about him whenever we get to the camp, though. Who's yours? Uh-huh. I'll have to learn more about them, too. I'm not really most experienced in these things, if you can't tell yet. I'm working on it, though. What's your favorite food? Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I'll try some of that when I get into camp. I don't have a lot of foods I know of. Mine? Rabbit stew. It is delicious, especially with that slight bitter taste. And if you add just the right spices, a couple of peppers, mwah, it's the best stew on earth. My story? My story? It's a long one. Are you sure you want to hear it? Alright, I'll tell you. Well, I remember my mom mentioning that, I remember my mom mentioning whenever she was pregnant by Apollo, she had no idea. And thus I was born. She did learn about where I'm supposed to be going in the future, so she always made sure and keep me on my toes. I mostly grew up in the forest, so, little no human contact, except for the few times we went out to a city or so. Which, from what she says, is always the best for me. Not knowing many humans, it's harder to get certain fantasies. Especially with the fact that she'd always let me know I was special, but she couldn't tell me what kind of special because certain things would come after me. I had no idea that those are monsters, though. That would have been kind of good to know. Yeah, they were not fun young with. She always told me I learned how to tame bunnies and climb trees before I could talk. Let me think. Ooh. So, I can do a little bit of healing. I cannot sing because I sound like a dying cat. But I do whistle pretty well, if that counts as something. I'm not really, let's see, when it comes to bows, I'm not the best at those, don't have much of good coordinates. But, I am good at darts, specifically like small darts that are laced with poison. Now, I can shoot those pretty well. Bows I have a lot harder time with. And I can be good at hand-to-hand combat depending on what weapon I'm wielding. Does that make sense? I never asked you. What's your story of how did you learn? Alright. Well, that seems interesting. Oh, how did I find out? Well, one day the monsters showed up. They weren't very nice. And some person who seemed half animal told me that I needed to head off to Camp Half-Blood. They told me which direction they'd go to. Whenever they ended up help fending off the monster. They did have a small letter pre-prepared whenever I explained my situation, and mentioned that they'd leave it at home for when my mom got back from visiting town. So, she's aware. He gave me what directions to follow, since more monsters wouldn't show up, and now I'm here. He said he'd catch up eventually. That's about it. Wait, now that I think about it, where's your guide? I hope that your guide, I hope that we can see him soon. I know something. Now, I have like a funny story I can tell you. So one time I was in town with my mom, and I was like a little kid, a lot younger than 12. Whenever I was off in the city, a man ended up commenting me saying how pretty of a girl I was. And then at the time, since I've only lived with my mom, I don't exactly got much of any other siblings. So just me and my mom were both girls. I had no idea what a girl and boy was. Later, Mom explained to me the difference and mentioned how she originally wanted a son. But since she didn't get a son, she raised me as a son instead. Yeah. So, I did feel a little sad from that. But, it is what it is. Last I checked, you can't exactly change what you're born as. It would have been nice to, Oh, sorry, small rant. Apologies. Oh, thanks. I don't know what else. Oh, I think we're almost there. Alright. Did I ever tell you my name? My name's Kerian. Kerian, I don't know what Apollo's last name is. You can call me Kerian. Oh, do you think that whenever we get to the camp, you could teach me how to be a bit more on the social part, so I don't say weird things? Really? So, would you consider me as a friend? Yes? Yes, new friend acquired. Oh, sorry. Oh, I think we're almost there. Alright, new friend. Alright, friend. Last one there is a rotten egg. That was the end of it. As you can probably tell, I am still working on my voice acting. I have yet to actually give Kerian a full body design, so that's what you have. Apologies, of course. I do imagine like the slight stuttering speech problem within her part of talking. That would be in fact what she would do. However, the rest of it outside when it was just me talking, yeah, that part's on me. Sorry. I kind of did a general base answer to what y'all would say, so that's as much as I got. Oh, but yeah, I'll probably do rest of the characters. Well, most of the rest of the characters like this. You'll be able to meet them, so you get to know their voice, their personality, and their situation all at the same time. Very simple, and then I can finally work on the actual audios I've been wanting to do. Sorry, small rant. Thank you for sitting and listening to me through this. And goodbye. Make sure to let me know what you thought of her. And as I said, I do not know much about Percy Jackson other than the first season, so I kind of just winged it. Make sure to let me know what you think of her and what character you prefer me to do next. Bye!